let's really dig into essentials in writing and talk about how we use that on a daily basis. The first thing that we're going to do each day is go either online or to our DVD. Some of you may have chosen the DVDs, and some of you may be using the online component for the videos. The videos are really where you learn the content in essentials in writing and essentials in literature. So you're going to go watch the video that Mr. Stevens does. He uses a whiteboard and puts really good examples up there. Shows you step by step how to go through the process. That's one of the things that my son says he really likes, are the short videos that are one concept. You learn that concept and then you move on to the next thing. You watch the video and then you come over here to the workbook, and it's got a review of what was just gone over in the video. So you've seen it on the video, and now you've got it on paper, so you can go back and look at the examples you've got there in front of you. And then you're going to go over to the assignments. And there are actually 2 days of assignments for most of the lessons. And day 2, you don't watch a video again unless you need to. You can go back and watch it if you need to. But then it's just more practice, more independent practice for whatever concept you learned the day before. So for these assignments, for the sentences, they're pretty straightforward. The first one, on a sheet of notebook paper, write 5 simple sentences, independent clauses. Then on a sheet of notebook paper, write 5 dependent clauses. It also gives you the option to search the internet, look through a book, things like that, to find examples of the types of sentences that he's wanting you to write for whatever concept it is that you're learning that time. For my kids, as we got a little bit further into this, there are some things where you have to write paragraphs and things like that. My kids, they might still be in summer mode. I don't know. There's just a lot going on this school year with all of the COVID pandemic and all of that. So anyway, they're having a hard time coming up with ideas about what they were going to write their sentences or their paragraphs about. They were focusing more on that than they were the concepts they were trying to learn. And so I just went in and wrote out some paragraphs, some sentences for the different assignments on Microsoft Word, and I email those to them, and they can either go in and correct it on Word and send it back to me in an email, or they can print it out and correct it by hand and do it that way. But anyway, that's just one way that we've chosen to do things. It helps them a little bit to focus on the concept. Any curriculum, you can use it to whatever way fits your needs the most. I'm getting excited though about looking ahead to the next section, which is paragraphs. And we'll be doing this after we get through with our next literature unit. But for the paragraph section, they've got some really good graphic organizers and such that help you break down the different parts of the paragraph. And they've got paragraphs there for you to use. My kids will have to write their own paragraphs as well, but this will help them to be able to look at a paragraph and break it down, and then be able to come over here and plan their own paragraphs as they get ready to write those. And so I'm really excited to see how they do with these graphic organizers, and we'll be doing another video in the middle of the school year, so I'll let you know how that went at that time. And so that's an overview of how you do essentials in writing.